Okay, it is. I'll clear some notifications. 2:54 a.m. on Saturday, July 13th, as you can see. And there's American Atlantic passing with an MP15s in the lead. Something fell. I apologize for that. Here is a Vornado flippy fan that I have. I have not made a video on this little guy in quite a while. This little guy has been chilling under my bed for the good part of quite a while. It's been under my bed for a few months now, to say the least. I have not used it. When I first got, I wanted a Vornado. So the story behind this little guy is I bought this new at Target a few months ago. Well, more than a few months ago, probably last year. It was either early 2024 or somewhere in 2023, I'm not entirely sure, but I know I bought it when I was with a friend of mine a while back. Bought it new at Target, like this. I'll put it on the screen, but I want to say I got this on discounts. This was like heavily discounted. I got it for like $23, I think. It was originally 40 something. I was like, I'm not paying $40. I was about to say 40,000. Can you imagine? I'm not paying $40 for a Vornado for a fan, because I was looking, well, $40 for a fan I got that off Amazon. That's kind of a different story. I'm not paying $40 for a brand new fan at Target. And then I saw this one, and I was like, you know what, I'll just get it and see how it is and stuff. And I got it, I bought it, and tested it out, and well, I'm not really the biggest fan of it, to say the least. The Vornado Flippy is, I think, don't quote me on this, but I want to say it is Vornado's, like, cheapest, entry-level, smallest possible fan you could get nowadays. And then they got the bigger stuff. They got the desk fans, the tower fans, some other models. DC, they got some DC motor bullshit, stuff like that. I don't like a DC motor fans. This is an AC motor, which I like. I knew this was AC motor because they've been making the Flippy for a few years now. I think they started making the Flippy in the early to late 2010s, I think, and they still make them. This is a pretty recent make, actually. So here it is. This is the blue color. I'll turn on my flash so you guys can see it a little better, and also I'm just gonna turn off my lights, my big lights, because I'm doing this at 2 in the morning because I don't feel like doing this later. I'd rather just film it now and get it over with, because I was watching videos of newer vornado fans on YouTube, and I was like, I have one. I was like, I have a vornado, and I'm just gonna film it just for the fuck of it, just to put another fan video out there. Because I recently serviced a Honeywell and I filmed it with that, but it was kind of a fail, so I'm gonna delete the videos off that, and I'm not gonna redo the video, but next time it needs servicing, I'll do it with the S24 that I'm filming on now. But I'll do a video of that later today, if I don't forget, because I do got some shit to do later today. But yeah, so, and I was also thinking, I'm not sure if this thing works. Well, it probably does. It probably does work. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, since some people have reported newer vornados after the 2010s decade have been reporting a few months of the fan working and then locking up. So I haven't used this thing in a while, so I'm not entirely sure if it works or not, but let's just go ahead and do a little walk around of it, then we'll test it out and see if it does. If it works, it works. But I actually kind of want to get this thing apart. I want to see if I can get this thing apart and service it, just because. And on the owner's manual for this fan, it said permanently lubricated. Yeah, not true. Bullshit. It's not permanently lubricated. So I wonder how these come apart. I gotta look that up, but if I could do it, I'll do a video of it. I'll do a servicing video of it. But yeah, here it is. It's got a little C-frame shaded pull in there, as you can see. It's the vornado badge. And it's got a little blade on it, so I'm not entirely sure how big this guy is. It's a small little one, that's for sure. Show you the back of the fan. Here's the back of the fan. Here's the back of the motor. There's the vornado badge on the back of it as well. You can see in there. Yeah, this is what it looks like from the back when it's in operating mode, because it swivels like this. It goes, it's not I think this might be 90 degrees of tilt. You could blow up to the ceiling. I could run it like this and actually circulate the air from the Frigidaire. I think that would be pretty cool, but if it had a bigger motor, I'd do it, but the motor's quite small and this thing kind of sucks. So show you the information's on this little guy, and then we'll plug her in and start her up. This is the Vornado Air LLC, Andover, Kansas, USA. Ooh, made in China. It is Type Flippy volume. It is Type Flippy V6. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think V6 means like the 6th iteration of this fan since it came out, like volume 6 or something like that. That Honeywell is volume 2. I think this might be a 6-inch or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta look it up. But serial number is November of 2022. Yeah, it's a few years old. That's not when I bought it, but I bought it somewhere around that time. And then 1988 7 confirms the UL standard. All that bullshit. Patent. I gotta look, actually. I want to see. I'll look in the S5 since I have the S5 up and active. Or since I have the S5 working, I'll yeah, these are the videos I've been oops, did not mean to do that. I was watching recently. So yeah, I'll look to see when I bought this. I'll be right back. April 14th, 2023 is when I bought this. So yeah, I bought it when it was a year old, technically. It was made in November of 2022. I bought it in the summer of 2023. So yeah, there you go. So let's go ahead and plug it up and see if it works. It probably should. It probably will. Let me put you guys down for a little bit when I get the cord. Here's the cord. It is a removable fused plug. It is Qinglang Chinese garbage cord. The cord calls for 2.5 amps and 125 volts. What does the fan call for? It's a shaded pole. It's a C-frame shaded pole, so it's not efficient. It's like a PSC. It's 120 volts AC. It is an AC motor. I was right. And it calls for 0.24 amps. That's a lot of power. That's not efficient at all. I think that's more power than that. That's a PSC. So let's go ahead and plug her in and see if it works. Okay. So and it also swivels like this as well, which I kind of think is kind of stupid. So it's got this it's a 2-speed model. It's got high and low. It starts on high and it goes to low. I think it should be low to high. That's my preference, honestly. But it's got this well, I don't like this fan at all. I just bought it because I wanted the vornado. One of the things I don't like about this fan is the switch. It's incredibly hard to use. The switch is incredibly hard to use with one hand. It's incredibly stupid because the base of the fan, as you can see, the base of the fan swivels. If this didn't swivel, it would be a hell of a lot easier to turn on, but since it swivels, you gotta kind of do this. Oh, it works. Would you look at that? It actually works. And the air coming out is, well, it's not much because this thing sucks. It's crappy. This is for kind of like a little desk fan you have at a computer or something like that, but I don't know what I was expecting when I bought this thing. I thought it would be a hell of a lot more powerful than this, but I guess I was wrong, and it just kind of sucks. Like the air movement is just not great. Like this is high speed. Yeah, that's low speed. You kind of have to do that to work with the fan. But Yeah, this is high speed and there's nothing, there's like barely anything coming out of it. It just sucks. There's like nothing coming out of this thing. And then on low speed, oops, I accidentally shut it off. On low speed, nothing comes out of it. Like there's air coming out of it, but it's nothing. And also, I don't know if you can see that in there, but the blade is apparently off balance.